Good afternoon, I'm Roshan Sukram. This is Headline News on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. Haiti is planning to house 400,000 earthquake survivors in new tented villages outside the capital Port-au-Prince. Interior Minister Paul-Antoine Bien-Aimé said 100,000 people would initially be sent to 10 settlements near the suburb of Croix-des-Bouquets. He gave no time frame but said the moves would start as soon as possible. An estimated 1.5 million people were left homeless by the 7.0 magnitude quake, which killed as many as 200,000 people. There are growing concerns about individuals taking advantage of relief efforts in Haiti following the devastating earthquake that struck last Tuesday. Head of the sub-regional delegation of the International Committee of the Red Cross, Charles Sabga, says there are organizations who misuse the Red Cross name and emblem, but he warns that it is an offense under the Geneva Convention.
We see it on different offices, organizations, the Red Cross on commercial products, for domestic use, for example, hygiene products. We see it on buildings. We see it on some education institutions offering training in first aid, for example, and so on and so forth. So that is a very important and serious issue to the movement, to all components of the Red Cross movement. There are penalties enshrined for the misuse of the emblem. And this is incumbent upon the movement, and in particular the National Red Cross of Trinidad and Tobago, to work closely with those persons who may be misusing the emblem.
To the political front now, 3 days before the UNC internal election, and it seems that support for incumbent political leader Basdeo Panday is waning. Yet another strong supporter of Mr. Panday has now jumped ship. Hari Partap, Member of Parliament for Kumuto Manzanilla, was last seen at the meeting of Kamla Prasad Bisesa in Princestown. Speaking to CNC3 via phone, Mr. Partap says he is now disgusted with what appears to be another deal between Basdeo Panday and Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj.
Mr. Panday and Mr. Maharaj met, and apparently they struck a deal. Now, I am not happy about that kind of arrangement. In fact, Mr. Maharaj is the one who brought down the UNC government and put us in opposition and caused a trauma among UNC supporters.
Asked his reaction to Mr. Partap's decision, Mr. Panday said he feels sorry for Mr. Partap, but the move was expected.
I feel sorry for him. The moment his son had joined the Jacobwana slate, I realized that he would eventually support his son.
Stay with CNC3 for the latest developments in the UNC internal elections and Haiti throughout the afternoon, and for full details in our major newscast at 7 this evening right here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network.